Okay, so Beyond the Summit, right? Recap. These are the guys that have done some of the Power events. They did an MK event. They've done plenty of Smash events, right? Ultimate Melee.
They did a lot of Dota stuff. They did some League stuff, right?
Mogul Money was held at their warehouse. All these things, you know. They've done plenty of things. One of the owners of BTS, L Deep, puts out a tweet longer on the future of Beyond the Summit. This cannot be good in any capacity. And I will say, if you recall, about a year ago, they changed the voting formula for voting players in for Smash Summits. And you know how much was funded into it was cut into like a tenth, right, of what they used to earn. And they would profit a lot off the old voting system. A lot. So maybe that had an impact to influence this decision. But this is not good in any capacity, especially for the Smash scene, because these guys would buy I don't know if they're gonna stream events still, but they would buy streaming rights for these Smash events, right? You know, there's VGBC and then there's Beyond the Summit. They would buy the streaming rights for all these events, stream it to people, get the hundreds, thousands to millions of eyes on them, upload them to a YouTube channel. They did a lot for the Smash scene, right? So if they're no longer in play, this is terrible for the Smash scene, and realistically there's no one that could come in and take their place, right? You already have VGBC on the side doing their own thing. There's realistically no any event handler, anything like that can replace BTS. Beyond the Summit started 11 years ago with 2 Dota commentators and the dream. Here's an excerpt from what I wrote back in 2018 about our origin story. Over the last 5 years, we've run 20 summits, covered hundreds of events, and produced thousands of live streams with tens of billions of minutes watched by millions of unique viewers around the globe. What began as a casual house event for Dota community has become an esports franchise, connecting with amazing communities like Smash, CS, and the FGC. Hi, I'm FGC, that's me. How quickly those last 5 years have flown by. From our small corner of the gaming world, BTS has borne witness to the rise and fall of countless esports giants. The tapestry of our collective story is littered with the memories of so many of those companies and ambitions, the ones who burned brightly and promised the world, but most of which fizzled out all too quickly. Again, the esports bubble was popping. I just said this right earlier. I don't think I said this on cam. We lost E United. We lost the Guard. Phase stock is down. There's like 4 or 5 other esports teams that are having issues right now, right? So the esports bubble is popping. BTS never took the VC approach. We had plenty of offers for the years, but as an organization born from the community, we valued remaining grassroots and independence. There was never an opportunity that made sense for us, our people, and our community. We struck midnight deals. We burned the candle at both ends, but most importantly, we had an incredible team that believed in everything we were doing and was willing to go the extra mile to make our events happen. We knew 2013 might be hard, but we've been through tough times before, so we had high hopes that we could withstand this recession. Over the last year, as economic conditions have worsened across the industry, we have been working hard to build a pipeline of business to weather the storm. Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, things haven't broken our way. Throughout this time, our #1 priority has been to ensure that our team doesn't get hung out to dry. We've been closely monitoring our financial situation over the last few weeks. We reached an impasse. If we keep going and things don't improve, we could run the company into the ground and not be able to pay anyone anything, but if we let everyone go now, we can give them advance notice, a head start to figure out future plans, and a good severance offer. We don't want to leave our people out in the cold. We don't want to leave them with uncertainty, constantly wondering and worrying when the money will run out. We care about everyone who has helped build BTS. They have all given us so much, and they deserve to know exactly what is happening and have the best possible chance to land on their feet. Based on our current financial outlook and how challenging the next year looks, we decided that it would be irresponsible to keep BTS going in its current structure. So after nearly 11 years in business, we made the extremely difficult decision to let all our people go. It's popping, man. I'm sure these people will land on their feet. Everyone I met at the Summit of Power, granted, a lot of them are probably different people now. The people that I did meet during the Summit of Power, all great individuals, real cool, had drinks with them, hung out, talked to them, right? They all seem like upstanding people. So I wish the best for them. But we're not done yet, chat room. We still have a lot to read. All of our full-time staff were notified at an all-hands meeting earlier today. We felt we owed it to the community, our friends, and our partners to share our story, but we would like to kindly ask that everyone gives our people some time and space to process the news in their own way. To ease their transition, BTS will be keeping a full-time staff on payroll for the next 2 weeks. Everyone will be offered 2-week severance plus additional severance based on their time with the company. We'll also be paying to continue healthcare coverage for our US employees throughout the end of April. Okay. If you work for a production company, esports org, or other group that is hiring, please share your openings. We can pass them along. We have a fantastic team that's accomplished incredible things with a fraction of the resources of larger companies. In before Moist Esports buys out BTS, and now it's Beyond the Moist. Now it is going to become Beyond the Moist, dude. Oh shit. Oh man, they just got a Valorant team for like 500k, so they got money. In order to do right by our partners community, BTS is still playing Ren Smash Summit 6, Smash Ultimate Summit 6 I should say, and complete all active contracts. We hope these projects can also serve as a bridge for some of our people as they figure out next steps. Time was not on our side, and we couldn't in good conscience continue with our current structure knowing the potential risk to our people. Our team is incredible, and they helped BTS build a sterling reputation and deliver world-class content. After all they have done for us, it wouldn't be right for us to ask them to bear the risk of our uncertainty. Not when we have the option now to give them clear information, clear timelines, and good severance offers. Again, this is terrible for esports as a whole, but this is even worse for the Smash community. This is another nail on the coffin for the Smash community. They always talk about persevering and all that, but this is huge for the Smash community specifically, right? They were one of the big pillars, broadcasting events, running these invitationals that people loved, right? There is nobody on the level of BTS besides VGBC, right? Video Game Bootcamp, Kimmer. They're the only people on this level in the Smash community, right? But they didn't really run invitationals or things like that. That is one part of the market that they didn't touch. They probably had streaming rights to some, you know, off-brand invitationals, right? In other areas, countries and all that. But to be the self-publisher, no. So this is huge. Before I close, I just want to say thank you to the bottom of my heart. Thank you to the Dota community who believed in two guys with a dream back in 2012. BTS never would have existed without your support, and personally, so many of my fondest memories come from those early years, creating content with friends for y'all. To the Smash community, you took an amazing event series and put in an indelible stamp and your own unique twist on it over the last 7 years. No community has shown more loyalty or passion than you. To all the communities that we've been fortunate enough to work with, from CSGO to the FGC to Rocket League to TFT to Valorant, and even the broader Twitch YouTube communities, you were all so welcoming and open to our unique and at times downright wacky approach to content. Thanks for embracing BTS and making every summit truly special. From the early Halcyon days of Dota and the original BTS sauce to the middle years of our gaming mansion to these last 5 years of our 20,000 square foot studio space. There's too many names to recount, but every single member of our wonderful team and the broader community has left their mark on my heart over the years. You have all made this very special time and place for me, and I will cherish our time together for the rest of my life. Last but not least, thanks to everyone who's ever supported us. Thank you. BTS came from the community. No matter how much we've grown over the years, despite all the trials and tribulations and all the twists and turns, well, we've never forgotten that. Thank you for everything. Please take care of each other. I love y'all. Damn. Well, this sucks for, like I said, Top Dog, this sucks for the esports ecosystem, right? Because a lot of esports things are going under right now. A lot of them are going down, but there are some flourishing, right? But terrible for the esports ecosystem. Even worse for the Smash community, because this was one of the big pillars, right? Them, VGBC, and I don't even know who else has big, huge streaming rights, right? It has as much of a bunch of real estate in the community as them. That sucks, man. These guys were cool. This makes me sad. Hope there's a return at some point. We have lots of openings. Happy to connect to our people department so we can try to find new roles for your staff. Yeah, feel free to do an email intro, blah blah blah. Have them check out the spreadsheet. Damn, he didn't even respond to maybe in the future there could be something. I think they're done. I think they are done, bro. I don't think there's a chance of them coming back. He didn't even acknowledge that. He didn't even say maybe. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you don't really care because you guys are typically FGC. You cared for the one time for the Summit of Power. But other than that, you guys probably don't really give a shit. But I will say that this is terrible. This is devastating and very unfortunate for not only the Smash community, but what could have been in the future, right? For example, there could have been a Street Fighter 6 type event, right? An MK12 type event, Tekken type event, right? They could have tried to broaden the horizon of what they show and what they could broadcast, right? But there will no longer be an opportunity for that to happen because they're no longer in the picture. They maybe even could have been a Marvel Summit, dude. You never know, right? This is sad to me just for the employees. Yeah, it's very unfortunate for the employees, right? I gotta imagine they had 50 to 100 employees, maybe. Think about production crew, right? Local events have been dying over the last 10 years. But this wasn't even a local event. These guys ran a very high prolific invitational, right? High production, high quality event. I mean, there just wasn't enough money, man. And, you know, it's kind of crazy to see that because I know the voting system wasn't the best in the previous years for the Smash events, but once they changed the way voting worked, their money flow from the Smash community became like a tenth of what it was. So imagine them, you know, banking $500,000 a year from Smash, right, to $1 million a year of just profit. Well, okay, not profit, but more gain, more capital than what they did now. Because if you look at the prize pools, it was like 150K last year. The last prize pool was like 18K. So you have to consider the amount of merch people bought, the passes, the votes, all that stuff, because only a portion of that goes into the prize pool and the rest of that goes into paying BTS, right? Paying them, paying production, all that thing. So that was a major hit from them. And then to go from that to FADC into recession, terrible. They might have been able to stay afloat a little longer, maybe, if the voting system didn't change, but people wanted change and they gave them change. But too much change happened. Ever since COVID, Smash has been dying, not being an Evo. Major companies dying, the pedals, Twitter, like that. Well, Smash didn't need Evos. They have Genesis, they have Big House, right? They have these big ass they have their own Evo. They don't need Evo. Although the hard part is just Nintendo, right? Just doesn't give a shit about the community and the scene, which I've said forever. You know, you're playing with a landmine here, right? And Smash World Tour and everything being canceled. So what is it? Smash World Tour and the Panda Cup both just exploding, right? Terrible. Now sponsors are like, well, we're not gonna invest. If you're not having any type of tour, we're not gonna invest. So investors gone. Everything was going downhill, dude. Everything's going downhill for Smash. What does Smash have left? VGBC. And I think that's it. I mean, they have their big events, right? They have Pound, Big House, Genesis, you know, shit like that. Smash and Splash. They still have their events, but they're not going to have the same eyes on it. Why wouldn't the audience move to a different tourney? It's not about moving to a different tourney, no eyes. It's about losing all the eyes. Think about all the exposure, right? Game period and exposure is stupid, but that's kind of what it is in the esports ecosystem. They're losing all this attention and eyes to the community unless they keep broadcasting events, right? If they stay broadcasting events, then that's great, but they're still not going to have their invitational events, which is still a huge hit in the market. So, well, he didn't specify if they're still going to broadcast events or not, but it sounds like they're just done. Like, that's it. They're out. They're leaving the community. There's nothing to be left. The production team and everything is leaving, right? All that. He says we need to find them new jobs. We're giving them severance packages. The only thing that I could think of that they could possibly do is give these events their stream key to rent it. But on the other hand, people will think, well, why would we do that when we can start up another broadcaster, right? We could bring somebody else up to this level. It will take time, right? For sure. To have to start again, right? Build up somebody else to the same level of BTS, VGBC, but it can be done. It's just what they're looking for and what they're trying to invest in. One last thing, just to add to the point, if they did bite the bullet for the year or two or however long it took for, you know, that's maybe BTS could have stayed afloat. If they stayed afloat, you know, VGBC, right? Smash World Tour tournament. If they did bite the bullet, Smash is a global wide game. It's not a regional thing, right? It's not like NA only, EU, it's global. So there's opportunities everywhere and anywhere. That potentially could have been a thing if they just bit the bullet until they got their own stamp of approval. Was it a needed necessary evil? Maybe. Tournament would have happened. Millions of dollars from sponsors this year. People may not have been happy, but sometimes you have a shitty boss, and sometimes you just have to deal with your shitty boss for a little bit. A lot of us have had shitty jobs and had shitty bosses, right? You deal with your shitty boss until you find something better. It's just the fact of life. A lot of people forgot that. All right, I'm gonna end this video. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Was letting Dr. Allen run the Panda Cup World Tour tournament actually the best thing that could have happened for the Smash scene? Was it wrong to get rid of him? Are we in the worst timeline right now? Was Panda Cup a necessary evil? Is this karma for you guys getting rid of Panda Global? Well, no, the FGC was also a part of that too, right? But the FGC is thriving as opposed to Smash community. Yeah, was Dr. Allen a necessary evil? Did people just have to bite the bullet for the first year before they could get their own contracts from Nintendo? Because if you remember, Nintendo was saying, hey, if you want to rent, if you saw the whole document or whatever, let me just end the video with this. If you saw the entire document, right, that, you know, VGBC and Gamer and then put out, Nintendo was like, it takes like a year or two or some shit like that to get the rights, right, for Nintendo to be like, yeah, you can run a tour tournament or whatever, you know. Just having the okay from Nintendo opens so many doors. You could be like Red Bull, hey, you know, we got the rights from Nintendo. Hey, Monster Energy drink. Hey, esports teams. Hey, fucking, I don't know, BenQ, right? Zowie, Asus, Astro, whatever. Nintendo said we can do this. Here is the proof, the documentation saying, fuck yeah, bro, run that shit. The doors that would have opened just by having the seal of approval from Nintendo. Insane. But that's neither here nor there. Let me know what y'all think.